Okay, you guys. So, as you can tell by the title of this video, something that has been surrounding the discussion within the Transformers fandom the last week, 2 weeks since this was presented from Hasbro in one of their last live streams that they did for, what was it, Studio Series, I'm pretty sure. They basically put up a Q&A there, and one of the questions was, would you like to see characters that didn't appear in the movie appear in the Studio Series line for G1, something along those lines. And it's basically putting out there that Hasbro does want to put in basically a Studio Series 1984 subline. Once maybe the 86 line runs dry, probably in a few years, maybe by like 2028, 2029, they would want to bring in as a way to redo G1 characters yet again. They would want to bring in this sort of subline so you could get a new Optimus, Bumblebee again, Soundwave, Seekers, the whole 9 yards probably. So my thoughts on this. Obviously, I am one that advocates for equal love. You know, what we got with G1, let's see it with other areas of the franchise, because G1 is not everybody's G1. Okay? And what I mean by that is, my introduction to Transformers is a mix of a couple different things. If you go back to 2007 for my own personal Transformers lore, I saw the 2007 movie in theaters. I think it was the 3rd or 4th of July I saw it. And then not too long after, I got the Transformers Energon Season 1 on DVD at Walmart. I think like the first 6 episodes. That was the first cartoon I saw. And then I saw animated when it aired in December of 2007, later that year. My G1 is basically the 2007 movie. And if we're talking about cartoons, it's Energon and animated, basically. And we barely have gotten any Energon figures since that show ended. We've gotten a couple here and there, but nothing substantial, nothing along the lines of G1, Beast Wars, comics, even in their sister lines, Armada and Cybertron. It doesn't even compare to those updates. So, you know, when I see something like them trying to retread literally the same ground that they've already covered multiple times in the last 10, 15 years with these G1 characters, I mean, I get it. Some of those figures aren't that great, you know, some do need updates, but when it's working like a machine where it's like, it just keeps on coming and coming almost every year, basically. And then you got all these other characters, not even just from different iterations. I'm talking about from G1 too. There's characters from G1 that either have never gotten figures made before or have only gotten figures made once, and that was when they first released in the 80s or 90s, and we haven't seen an update since, 30, 40 years later. So it's something along the lines of, when is enough enough? And I've been thinking about that, and I honestly don't know. You know, like, this is a business for Hasbro. They obviously don't want to stop making G1 Optimus Primes, and I'm not going to sit here and say that's wrong. I don't blame them. It's the character they own. They're a corporation. They got to make money, pay people, and make product that we all obviously love and want to buy. And it's a circle that keeps on going. I get that. But you also have to kind of let the franchise breathe and grow. And those are the two main things that I feel like Hasbro has been neglecting in recent years. Probably the last close to 10 years now, or basically 10 years, I'd say. And I don't know, I feel like if they introduce Studio Series 84, it's probably going to sell well. You know, it's G1. I'm not here to take away anything that G1 has brought to Transformers and the popularity it has, the nostalgia it has for a lot of people in the world. But there's so much out there for Transformers that they could tap into that can be just as profitable, or can be profitable for Hasbro. You know, there's a lot of fans out there that really don't even care about G1. So, I don't know, it just feels a little bit cheesy to me, if that's the right word. I don't even know if that's the right word to use right now, but that's just the first one that came to mind. To, bring in another G1 subline within a toy line that was mostly meant for live action movie stuff or just movie things in general. Even though I do like them branching out for like video game stuff and comic, and because studio can refer to other things other than just movies. Comics, those are run by studios, cartoons, studios, so I get it. Animated movies, same thing. Video games, it gets to a point where I feel like this is a bit too much. Like, we already have mainline generations. You could just redo, if you guys really want to make some money that year or that quarter, and you want to redo a G1 Optimus or a Starscream or a Bumblebee that year, just put it in the regular mainline generations. Why do you have to shoehorn another G1 subline into a toy line that was made for movie stuff, basically? It feels odd to me. It just seems like a weird decision, and it feels very money hungry. I mean, obviously Hasbro, they're kind of flippy floppy right now on like the money they're making. It seems like they're firing a lot of people, they're changing plans. The movies haven't been making a lot of money lately. So I don't know, maybe they're just desperate in that aspect. I'm just speculating. I feel like even if they bring that in, it's probably not even going to be enough. They're still going to be doing G1 characters in the other generations line too, besides just Studio Series. And it begs the question, is Studio Series 84, that's basically the fan subline we're calling it. We don't know what these characters could be labeled under. But is Studio Series 84 gonna be taking the place of the 86 line, or is it gonna run alongside it? Because there's only a certain number of 86 characters that you can do nowadays in the next couple of years, and they are running out. So is the 86 line and the 84 line going to be competing with other slots with, say, comic stuff, movie stuff, and video game stuff? Or is 84 taking the place of 86? I would assume it's taking the place of it, but with how greedy Hasbro is to just interject G1 into basically every facet of Transformers at this point, I feel like they would want to keep both sublines, at least for the foreseeable future, when they inevitably do bring in the 84 subline. But I don't know, we're just going to have to wait and see, guys. Honestly, I'm not really happy about this news. I mean, sure, there are still G1 characters that we've gotten figures of over the last 10-15 years that could use some updates. I'm looking at you, G1 Starscream. That Earthrise mold is terrible. The Siege mold is great, but it's not the classic G1 design. We still need that redone with a bit more modernized articulation and engineering. And there's a couple other G1 characters out there like this from Season 1 and 2 that you could say still need better figures, updates, or definitive versions that we've gotten in recent years for other characters, whether that be from the same seasons of 1 and 2 or from the 86 movie. That's why I think the 86 subline was a gift and a curse at the same time, because it gives us more of an excuse, and Hasbro more of an excuse, to be like, okay, now this figure we just got a year ago, 2, 3, 4 years ago is not good enough for what we got in the 86 subline with this character, because that character has this and that, and the one we got a couple years ago doesn't have this and that, so we got to get a new one a few years later. I don't know, it's just all over the place. But yeah, guys, I just want to talk about this a little bit. Short answer is, I don't really like where this is going, but if it makes for some good figures, I guess in the end it's alright. But at the same time, there's so many other characters out there that need updates before yet again another G1, Bumblebee, Optimus, Starscream, Megatron, Soundwave, you name it. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below. How do y'all feel about the potential of Studio Series 84 coming in the next few years? And yeah, thank y'all for watching this video. Catch you guys in the next one. Bye!